they brought the Taliban up to our gate, and they brought a few of them up to our gate to crowd control. The ground force commander out there, the leadership out there allowed them.
I'm sorry, what?
They allowed the Taliban to come up to our gate.
U.S. leadership invited Taliban to come to the fucking gate to do crowd control.
Yeah.
Who is this? Do you have names?
The only commander that I know of out there was General Sullivan at the time.
So, General Sullivan?
Yeah. I don't know.
He sounds like a fucking genius.
I don't know who gave that okay, but he was the ground force commander out there.
Well, then he gave the okay.
Yeah. And we got,
That was the plan.
I've got footage and video, and I've spread it around to ensure that something doesn't happen to it. Of Taliban, from me to my leg, that close to Marines, hitting civilians with sticks next to them, just beating civilians right next to them. We were told not to do anything. Right outside our tower. And that, for some of the senior guys who had been to combat, not even just the senior guys, but the senior guys who had been there and done that, who had watched their brothers get killed by the fucking Taliban and them brutalize and terrorize these people for the entirety of this war and since their inception. I saw grown men break down because of, it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Literally grown men, staff sergeants, gunnies, break into tears in a private space. And the bottom of our tower became like the go-to spot to fucking let your fucking tears out. I saw countless Marines come to the bottom of our tower and just fucking bawl their eyes out because of what they were seeing, because of the dead fucking children, because of the dead women, the dead men, because of the Taliban coming up. The guy who just killed this fucking this senior NCO's buddy back in the day, now allowed to be working and beating civilians next to Marines.
So now we're allies with the Taliban, who are killing our previous allies for 20 years.
Yep. And
this is America. This is the fucking United States of America now.
Yeah. Like I said, Shawn, it's shit I couldn't have even fucking have ever made up, other than having experienced it. And yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack there, and everyone who is out there has stories like that, like similar to mine, in regards to the terror, like the terror and the brutalization of the populace out there and the Taliban's actions. A big thing is the State Department. So we would process civilians throughout the whole day. We'd be stuck all night. So for us, our team slept in our tower. We slept there and we operated. For us, obviously, sniper, like, operations are 24/7. They're continuous operations. So we were always up then nonstop. And obviously cycling guys out through the team. There were 7 of us there. And cycling guys out, and the guys like the grunts on the ground. So for us, if we weren't like observing or weren't reporting, we'd go down and we ourselves, like my team, the guys not doing anything, we'd be pulling out civilians. We'd be helping everyone on the ground. We'd be day in and day out doing down there in the shit with the guys because we wanted to help. And our corpsman, I don't think he fucking slept. He was just rendering aid all day and all night long to civilians who were dying from heat stroke, suffocation, malnourishment, stomped to death. Beaten and bloodied and bruised. The people who'd come to the Taliban checkpoint, the ones that they led through, they'd be fucking bloody and have cuts and bruises all over them from the Taliban having beat them 20 minutes prior. And so he was down there doing that the whole time. Dude, he would come up and conduct observation to take a break from fucking seeing all of that shit, and then go right back to it. And there was countless orphaned children out there, getting ripped away from their families, or their families would get fucking killed. Yeah, that. So
What do you think happened to those kids?
some of them, I know, like a lot of the State Department would tell us, like, send them back out. And finally, like, I don't remember which commander at the company level did it, but it might have been the Echo Company commander, but someone did at the lower level, like, of leadership above me, but was like, put their foot down and fucking like it was like, we're not sending these fucking children out. Like, we're going to create a spot for them. And a lot of them were the orphan children. There was finally like something set up for them to where, like, even the ones I've pulled out, orphan children, like, they would wait by the bottom of our tower and like the extra vehicles that we had there, and they'd sleep until we could process them in. And then they'd get, they got sent out to other allied countries and processed, but it wasn't all of them.
You want to know what happened to the kids that got sent back out there? You know what happened.
Yeah.
They got raped.
Yep.
And then they got killed.
Yep. That's exactly what happened. Yeah. Or they got taken under the wing of an extremist and were looking to kill Americans.